Good morning, it's Friday. So, I'm just gonna clean up the kitchen. I made the lemon chicken that I told you about the other day, which I think is delicious, but Ella is not into at all. Milo came downstairs last night and had one piece left in the fridge, because this is a brave new world and we are not wasting food. And Milo came down and said, did you have any meat? This is crazy. Did you have any meat that you could eat in bed? Because he didn't want chocolate. But you wanted to eat something, and he thought you wanted to eat some meat. So Milo ended up having the last piece of lemon chicken. I cut it up for him and stuff, so it was like easier for him to eat with just a fork. In bed as a snack. There you go. I actually did think it was delicious. So today, I have to film. You know, the other day I told you that I was going to prep everything to film that like 10-year video that I'm going to do on Saturday. So we've got to Friday and I really hoped I would have the video done and I'd be able to kind of promote it as a go and watch it this time. Something about this has overwhelmed me. I've mentioned before how like really minor tasks I just build them up in my mind to be ridiculous and like undoable, whatever you want to call it. I'm wondering where I can prop you up here. And just leave it down there on the baking tray that I need to put in the dishwasher. No, I'm not. Now you propped up on the caramel syrup because I've already put that in my cup. Yeah, they build up to be like bigger jobs than they are. Things like even I was putting off going through my clothes and swapping everything over because I was like, oh my God, this is just going to take me all day. It didn't take me long at all, you know. So today, my main tasks are sharing them with you to make me accountable. I have to get all of the videos off YouTube that I want to use for the video. I have to chop the clips out that I want to use, get them into my Final Cut movie editing software. And then I think this afternoon, or maybe when Lee's home, so I've got like total quiet time for me in the bedroom, I'm going to film my little chat and my queuing up all the clips, reacting to the clips. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I feel like reacting, it's not going to be a reaction because I'm going to have seen the clips already, but kind of that. So like talking through, looking back at these things. And you guys have sent me so many great suggestions as to what these clips should be, what these videos should be. I'm hoping it's going to be a really fun video. And I'm excited to do it as a premiere because if you've never done one before, the general idea is that you are watching it all together. So it's like a live chat room at the same time. It's really fun. And another thing I'm going to do today is a sponsored thing about coconut oil. I currently have on a hair mask and a face mask, both made with coconut oil. The face mask, revolutionary, actually. I'm just like finding them online to test out and sharing the ones that I think actually work in the post. So if you want to know what this is, stay tuned. It's going to be on my Instagram soon. So I took off the mask. I'm almost sitting on my camera. I took off the mask and just put on some oil on its own. I thought it was probably a good time to do this and to talk about it. So I use these. I've had various different ones and I think I'm going to purchase one. There's a more expensive one. I can't remember what the brand was. But it seems to be kind of doing the rounds right now. And I've seen it on, I think, look fantastic. And it is one that it's not like single-use plastic in the same way as this. So this is a facial razor. People use them for their eyebrows and stuff. I shave probably once a month, all of this area. And then I have to be constantly aware of like hair in this area to pluck. The reason that I shave, and I'm going to be doing this more often, is I'm using my IPL device. I mean, number one, I have a good amount of facial hair, I think. Most people don't believe me, I think, sometimes, but truly, it's difficult to kind of grow it to the point of being able to really, truly show you because I would be mortified. But really quite dark, long hairs from this area. And then here it is just, you know, just the regular hair, but it makes it look a little bit nicer when you apply foundation, when you get rid of that hair. So maybe once a month I do that, and that's very slow growing, whereas this section and under here, it needs to be dealt with. So I use this, and this is how I get rid of the hair. I'm going to wonder whether or not you can actually see I mean, even someone who doesn't have a great amount of facial hair, you can usually see a good amount come off, because we all have that kind of downy, is it still called downy hair when you're not a baby? I always think of so much coconut oil on my face. I always think of babies when I think of downy hair, but there is, like, you know, this is gross, you don't need to see this. There is a good amount, and I'm also using the viewfinder of my camera, which is not ideal. But here especially, this is like very stubbly. This is like the area on my face where I would say it's the most like angles of my body, angles of my legs, where I have to be careful, you know, like a knee, if you will, a knee on the bottom of your face. And I have to kind of gradually go around from different angles. I find, I've said this before, but when I shave my top lip then feels very numb for a couple of days when there's no hair on it at all. And I looked it up because I thought, what is that all about? This is crazy. And apparently the hairs on your face, the hairs, especially around your mouth, have got like, they're attached to nerve endings. So they are like what gives you the feeling in your skin. I have no idea. And so when you take them away, you do lose a little bit of feeling. So that's not necessarily a negative side effect worth mentioning. But I just thought, since I was doing it, I'd mention this is something that I do. This is not dermaplaning, although that might be an added benefit, like an accidental benefit, but I'm not dermaplaning. This is, I mean, you can maybe see through some of the coconut oil there. There are some very dark hairs I'm getting rid of. And in the sunlight, sometimes you'll get like a glimpse and I think, oh my God, there's so many hairs I didn't see, horrified. So yeah, this is something that I feel I personally need to do on a regular basis for my personal, like, you know, upkeep. And it's not dermaplaning. This is not like a new rave thing. I've been doing this for a really long time, and especially the plucking. And now I'm using an IPL, which is amazing on my bikini line, a little bit for my legs, but I'm using it on my face as well. So I will keep you posted as to whether or not that's really working for my face, because I'm really hardcore trying now. But part of it is you need to shave the area that you're using. So I'm going to be shaving more often, and I thought I would mention that, shaving my face. I'm making chocolate concrete. I use a different butter than last time and a different cocoa powder, and the texture is different and it's darker. Off the top of my head, I believe I did look at the measurements before I made it, just from my baking highlight on my stories, and I think it's 100 grams of melted butter, 200 grams of sugar, mix that together, then 200 grams of flour, plain flour, and 50 grams of cocoa powder, but it does look different. Here's hoping it's not. So I've already put some grease-proof paper in these tins, and I'm gonna put the mix equally in each. So I used a spoon just to kind of like compress it all, push it all down, and it's definitely chunkier than the last time I made it. I just looked again at my story highlight, and it's full of typos. Things like, I baked it at 2 minutes, or for 2 minutes at 180. So I'm pretty sure that was 20. I'm gonna try that now. It didn't turn out very well. It's very hard. This is obviously one of two. Very hard, and didn't taste quite as good. I'm not sure what the main difference is, because I've made this several times now, but it was different. I don't know, it can't just be the different butter and the different cocoa powder that's made such a difference. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Once Lee got home last night, I was totally consumed with prepping and editing for that video, which in fairness, I know I said, oh, I'm making it an insurmountable task. It actually took hours and hours and hours, and then it was like 10 o'clock by the time I was finished. So we've pushed back cocktails with the neighbours another day, but they sent me the most amazing thing. I'm going to show you it in the next one. I'll probably show you at some point during the lives as well today. So I thought I would round off this vlog and just tell you I'm going to be live at 4 o'clock on this channel. I've never done a YouTube live on this channel before, but here we go. And 3 o'clock on Instagram if you are interested. And then at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be premiering the video that I've been talking about, which is basically me reacting to a bunch of old video clips, mega nostalgic and a huge journey. And it's going to be a premiere, which means that we can all watch it at the same time, like in real time, and we can chat along. And then after that half an hour video, it's just available to watch whenever. So if you can't watch it at 5, you can watch it tomorrow, whenever, next week, as a regular video. But if you are watching live, then it's kind of like a live chat room alongside it, which I find really fun. And I think for this, it's a particularly nice idea. So yeah, I hope you join me for one of those things later on. And I'm just really excited. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm like a biscuit away from 100,000. And if I hit it today on the 10th anniversary, that would be amazing. And I will leave my